shirt. Let's talk about your shirt here.
Yes, this morning I was putting my hoodie on for work, and then I just quickly grabbed this button that I had in a drawer, and it says Rob Ford, Mayor Rob Ford. But then it says champion, and Rob Ford is a champion. He's a champion to the people of Toronto, and so I just proudly wear this as a remembrance of him.
Let's talk about, you had a chance to speak to Rob Ford when he was a councillor on the phone line.
When he first was a councillor, I phoned him up for a small issue, a little problem. I tried, as the story goes, no customer service at City Hall. I phoned other councillors. I phoned my councillor, with no success. Of course, within half an hour, Rob Ford calls me back. I almost drove my truck off the road. I was so amazed and shocked, like everyone else. He phoned me back, and he settled my problem.
Okay. Thank you, Michael. Nice to meet you. There's so many stories like this. We've heard them all day, Jane. We've heard them throughout the week. We're going to hear more of them tonight. Let me give you a quick look here of the crowd capacity here. Is set at 5,000, a few hundred, if not 1,000 people in here, inside the North Building of the Congress Centre right now. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Christina Tenali reporting live in Etobicoke. Thank you. Today, the city turned out to say its last goodbye to Councillor and former Mayor Rob Ford, who passed away from cancer at age 46. St. James Cathedral was filled to capacity, the lawn packed with overflow crowds as Toronto gathered to pay their respects. There were many tributes at today's service about Ford, the politician and football coach. But the moment that stood out the most for many was when his 10-year-old daughter Stephanie spoke about losing her father.
Thank you so much for being here today. It means so much to my brother Dougie and I. My dad was a great mayor. He helped a lot of people. He was also an amazing dad. He was so happy whenever he was with us. And he was so nice to us, but also strict sometimes, like a dad should be.
And I can't tell you how grateful our family is, and will be forever grateful and indebted to this city for the love and the outpouring of support. My brother Randy said when we're walking down the street, we haven't seen this much love and support since the Blue Jays won the World Series or the Leafs won the Stanley Cup. And again, to the people of Toronto and right across this country, and we ended up having emails right across the world, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We love each and every one of you.
A police honor guard took Ford's casket through the rotunda on its way out of City Hall for the last time. It's the same place thousands have lined up to pay their respects over the last 2 days, and where he has served the public since the year 2000. After the casket made its way through the main floor of City Hall, the Ford family assembled, preparing to make a long and solemn walk through the downtown streets on their way past hundreds who were waiting to show their support. Outside of City Hall, the mood was a combination of joyful remembrance and quiet reflection. At times, the crowd broke out into song, singing Amazing Grace and As the Saints Go Marching In. It was an awesome sight from above downtown. Ford's family and a massive crowd of well-wishers made their way along Queen Street to Yonge. The procession moved south to King Street and finally to St. James Cathedral for the funeral service. At street level, people followed the Ford family as they walked hand in hand, making their way east from City Hall. Some supporters held Ford flags and voiced support for the family amidst the constant chant of Best Mayor Ever. Guests at the funeral included many familiar political faces from all levels of government and across the political spectrum. Just some of those at today's service included Mayor John Tory, former mayors David Miller and Mel Lastman, former Mississauga Mayor Hazel McCallion, and Premier Kathleen Wynne. CP24 spoke exclusively with Rob Ford's mother, Diane, following his funeral today. She told us about visiting her son in hospital as he battled cancer.
And it was heartbreaking. I cried all the way to the hospital, and as soon as I got in there, I was fine because I was helping him. And he'd say, Mom, do this. Mom, do that. And I massaged his feet and got cream for him and just did the special things that a mother always does. And it was, and sometimes tears were running down my cheeks that he didn't see. And then, I went and bought him all t-shirt, took his clothes home, washed them at night, brought them back the next day, and so he could be nice and clean for him.
A reminder that you can find the video of some of the more poignant moments from today, along with photo galleries and all of the coverage of today's service at CP24.com. It is 8 degrees time now for Check on Weather. Let's go live to meteorologist